Walk into the McClellan-Palomar Airport and are greeted by name with smiles at around 6 a.m. Before I know it, my purse is being weighed.
I will take this out to the plane.
We walk on the plane within 5 minutes of arriving, joining 5 Surf Air passengers and 2 pilots.
We have 3 exits on the plane. Down at your ankles, there's a charging port if you want to plug anything in. I've got coffee and cold drinks.
The single-engine turboprop Pilates PC-12 felt like a cozy office. A new meaning to the friendly skies as I got to know other passengers in this cozy setting. Ken Smith is on this flight almost as often as most of us are in a car. He's an executive director for the University of California. His home, San Diego. His office, Oakland.
On your phone, you push the button to book it.
And because of Surf Air, he was able to take that new job without uprooting his wife and 3 kids. The $1,750 a month membership to fly all he wants was cheaper than a rental in the Bay Area.
What I pay in the cost of it, I get back in family time.
Eddie Bell also sees Surf Air as a money saver for his startup. He's the vice president of technology for a company called Full Bottle. They match popular people on Snapchat and Vine with big companies like McDonald's and Warner Brothers. His team purchased a group membership.
As a company, we have a 2-seat package and we alternate it.
So several times a month, Eddie can travel to any of these 7 spots Surf Air stops, and so can his co-workers. The view of the sun rising is an added perk.
Are people using Surf Air to surf?
But it really is that same effortless, peaceful, serene feeling that you get riding a wave, and now you're riding the skies.
The VP of Member Acquisitions says about a year ago, Surf Air had 400 members, now nearly 1,500, with hundreds more on their waiting list, proving the sky's the limit. They're about to add 5 more stops to places like Napa, Sonoma, Santa Rosa, Monterey, Sacramento, and Palm Springs. And within a year, they aim to spread their wings to Texas, Florida, and the Northeast.
We are now in San Carlos. We've been flying for less than 2 hours. The plane went from San Diego to here, which is about 375 nautical miles, which means it was going with a speed of about 300 miles per hour across the ground.
Now Peter Kelly, the co-founder of Abra, a mobile banking company, can hop into a rental that's waiting for him and be on his way to the office.
I was using like Southwest or staying up here for a week at a time and then flying home on the weekend. That's brutal. That sucks.
This is really Uber for the air.
Like clockwork, we watch another group take off. Within minutes of their departure, my photographer and I join another small pack back to San Diego.
We stopped off at the Bel Air International Airport for a few minutes, and now we're back on the plane, ready to head home. We even have the same pilot.
Surf Air has picked up a lot of United travelers after that airline stopped flying from Palomar Airport to LAX. The demand now is more cities, more flights.
And here we are, back where we started. We're at the Palomar McClellan Airport in Carlsbad, and it's just after 10:30, which means it took a little over 4 hours for us to get to the Bay Area and back. And if you do the math, that's about half the time it would take to drive one way.
With a fleet of 70 pilots, 9 planes, 40 flights a day, Surf Air is only going up from here, adding 50 planes and 90 flights by this fall. A soaring business shaking up the future of flying.
Hi, my name is Ronnie and I live in San Diego, California. I'm interested in the environment and green policy, so I set out to explore what San Diego had to offer by meeting with local businesses, industries, government agencies, and nonprofit organizations as we showcase who's making a difference in our community by educating, implementing, creating, or currently using green practices and sustainable solutions. So sit back, relax, and welcome to How Can I Help?
What people don't realize, more Italians went to Brazil that came to U.S.
At Driscoll's Wharf in Point Loma, fishermen and farmers market organizers want to bring the tradition of buying fresh, locally caught seafood to
many different kind of cultures and food and music and everything. So this
we pretty much did this more than daily basis, just like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so this is how we do it.
Is this like a typical, like we're having here?
Go ahead, for Carlsbad, residential structure fire, unit, battalion 2204, Institute 75, Twin Tower Lane, frequency T4.
Springtime is here, so what better time to plant a new garden? One type of plant many people are turning to this spring are succulents. Their uniqueness and beauty, along with their low maintenance, are contributing factors to their growing popularity. The owner of one of San Diego's original cactus and succulent nursery explains.
The sales of our succulents are way up this year, and I think that's due to several reasons. People are planting because it's spring and everyone's thinking about how to improve their garden, and also the water restrictions and the problems that we're having with water in the state are dictating that people need to plant things that use less water and that require less care.
One of the major benefits of these plants is their ability to store water in their leaves. This is especially beneficial in California during times of drought. Succulents are ideal for our weather here in Southern California. A local homeowner with a passion for succulents breaks down what's required when starting your new garden.
It's going to be some work. You have to have patience because you may have some of the plants die that you're just not used to putting natives in the ground, as opposed to putting regular ornamental plants that, yeah, you water them, you take care of them, but here you don't want to water them too much.
Keep in mind that succulents don't need to be watered more than once a week and can last a couple of months with no water at all. There are hundreds of types of succulents, so get out there and experiment and see what works best for you. Reporting for News Scene, I'm Alexa Bertola with photojournalist Ronnie Doss.